What's up, Facebook and YouTube? Going live right now on Instagram as well too. I got the Clarity Coach up here today. The Clarity Coach is here. The Clarity Coach is here. I'm so excited to be with you another week for Wednesday, and we are about to kind of dive into it. It's my fault we late today,
It's fine.
but I'm still
Things
excited
happen.
because
I don't see you on IG.
I'm coming on right now. I won't both now. All right, Instagram, Facebook, guys, please like and share this post, this feed rather, and we're about to get into it.
Yeah.
All right, about to get into it, and I'm excited about today. All right,
Oh,
so
you're
I'm
good.
on both now. All right, all right, guys, like and share this feed, guys. We're not going on as long as we normally do, um, but I'm excited because we're gonna talk about something really, really dope, and I think it's something that's been so crucial to myself as well as, of course, Natalie as well too. Um, is creating a safe place as an entrepreneur. And I think sometimes that's kind of forgotten about a lot of times because we're so used to just working that we don't really take time. What up, Natalie? All right, she's on.
Hey, I'm finally on.
Yeah.
Instagram was taking so long.
Yeah. So just kind of going what we are talking about on YouTube and Facebook. Now
Hmm.
going to Instagram. I think that a lot of times entrepreneurs we work so hard that sometimes we forget to create the space we need
Hmm.
to thrive because we're so used to working that we don't really take time to pause and reflect and have a safe space. You know, I think too is as an entrepreneur, like when I first moved to where I'm at now, I really made sure I had my own space to just think. When you're always in a
That's
groove
good.
of life, when you're always in a groove of working physically, you don't think that, hey, I need to create an element of a safe space and self care for
Hmm.
myself. So,
Hmm.
Natalie, what do you do in your daily habits that allows you to one create a safe space and two to always create self care opportunities for yourself?
This
Let's
is
get
so
into
funny
it.
because I know, right? We just gonna dive into the deep end. But this this week, well, last week actually, an accountability coach reached out to me and she was like, "Hey, God said I should gift you, this accountability accelerator program that I have." And I was
Mm,
like, "Yes." And it's worth $1,000. And I'm just like, okay, that means I got to give $1,000 worth of effort in this program. And
dope.
really, what happened within the program was I was able to create a detailed schedule routine. So I've had my routine before, but because of the new season that I'm in, it
Hmm.
had to change, and I was reluctant to changing it
Okay.
until I was pretty much forced to, not forced to, but God was like, look, you have an opportunity to make this thing better. Are you going to take it or not? And so I did.
That
And the
part.
crazy, yeah,
Are you gonna take it? That part
are you
right
going to
there.
take it or not?
That's
He didn't
good.
force me. He gave me a choice. This is the choice. You get to pick.
Mm,
And so hint, hint, wink, wink. Let me stop. And so within that program, honestly, the coach really encouraged us to find rest within our day.
yeah,
So
that's good.
while I was creating my schedule, I created opportunities to rest. So in the morning, as soon as I wake up, I rest. I mean, I pray, I
Hmm.
meditate, I get my mind ready for the hustle and bustle of the day, but I rest in that moment. And I take that time. I have a detailed, like, planned bedtime. Like, I go to bed at a certain time, I wake up at a certain time. During that times during the day, I schedule, like, it's crazy. I was sitting here like writing out my schedule for today, and like I'm like, it's a lot of stuff being done, but there's
Yeah.
also a lot of parts in that time that I have to schedule rest where I am just reflecting and thinking
Hmm.
about the day. So right after, so I'm have summer hours right now. I'm not working the typical 9:30 to 3:30 that I would normally work. I'm working from
Hmm.
11 to 2. And so at the end of the day, I have incorporated where I reflect on what I did throughout the day. So for
That's
me,
dope.
I have to incorporate it within the system that I created, resting periods.
That's so good. I love the fact that you said that you have to incorporate rest into your day because even to like, for example, is like yesterday I text you like at like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning about saying, about a topic. Because like for me, like I'm up at all times of the day. And I think the
Mhm.
hardest part for me, because I manage so many different components of my same business, that
Mhm.
sometimes it can be very, very difficult to have zoned in focus. And because of that, not zoned in focus, but a zoned in schedule.
Yeah.
Because even so, like I'm a person where I don't know where I'm gonna be at. Like, I might end up at the
Yes.
airport.
Yep.
Like I just don't know that part. So for me, it's like I'm learning to still incorporate that. Even to like I'm learning to incorporate my journaling, because I slipped away from that the past like 3 months.
That's good.
I was doing it every single day, but I also noticed that certain things weren't manifesting in my life like normal, because I stopped doing the
Mhm.
practices of inviting things into my life. And sometimes you need to
Yes.
rest so you can invite that success into your life.
Yes.
If
Yes.
you're always
Yes.
constantly moving, it's very, very
Oh
hard
my
to
gosh.
even think. Like
Mhm.
we talked about imagination last week, and the thing about it is, it's very hard to have an open mind as an entrepreneur if you never take time to sit down and reflect, because you're always
Mhm.
in motion. Like when I realized that too, like even like last week, I had time to really focus. I got revelation on what I need to be doing next in my business. But when you're always moving in emotion, and not taking moments to just rest, it's like you become a engine that's starting to slow down because you don't got no gas in your tank.
Yes.
A
Oh,
lot of
that's so
people
good.
are out here with the gas light on, but they're trying to make it another 20 miles, but you can't. It tells you on the odometer, like,
It
yo, Sam,
does.
you got 10 miles left. And it don't go by like 1, 2, 3, 4. They go by like 5 and 10. So,
Mhm.
and one time I was in this parking lot, and I never had the feature in my car. So this new car I got, and then it
Mhm.
said you had like 30 miles left. That thing went to, I don't know how far it went, but next I had like five. I've never been to five
Wow.
miles a gallon in my
Yeah, yeah.
car, but I realized that how many of us are living that way,
Oh my
because we don't
gosh.
plan time to rest. Like, you need to refuel. Like, the reason why I have the friends that I have, like Natalie, that can speak a word into me, Daria, Halima, all my friends, I give them permission to speak into me because I know I need to be refueled. But when you're always constantly
Mhm.
like working and working and working, like you got to oil that engine up for it to go properly. Like even with a car, like if you don't get an oil change, eventually every single part of that car will break down.
Listen. Oh my god, that is
Every
so
single
good.
every single part, and you don't even know how much is attached to your oil change.
Wow.
And it's like
That
like
is
just,
so good.
but even too, like yesterday, right? I was driving on oil. I was playing around. I'm like, Joe, why didn't you get this oil change? I didn't get it for so long that a coolant light had went off my car yesterday. Soon as I went to, and I kept telling you, I stopped pulling up. So as soon as I went to the oil to get an oil change, every light in my car went off because I had to get a checkup and get refilled. Because sometimes when you don't rest, you don't even know that this part of your body is failing right now because you're not getting rest.
Wow.
So yes, that's why I think that what you said was so powerful, impactful about really planning time to just rest and
Mhm.
refuel. So I think that was really, really dope.
Yeah, definitely. Rest, refuel, and reflect. Like go back over the
Yeah.
day and see what went well, see what didn't go well. Because as you're in the day, you tend
Mm,
to react based on, your natural responses. And sometimes it's not accurate. And you have to go back and reflect and be like, I should have done that better, or I
mm,
should have said no in this area. Because a lot of times we
mm.
say yes when we should say no. It's not
Yeah.
always we say no too much. People always be like, no, we don't say no enough. That's the
Yeah.
problem. We need to start saying, "No, I can't, I
It
won't, will
helps.
not, not me." It helps.
It helps because then
It
you feel
helps
a
set those
burden
boundaries.
to get it done.
Mhm.
And then
Yes.
now, what would have been your best is now your worst.
Yes.
Like you already know,
Ooh.
I was supposed to open up a business with someone
Mhm.
this month,
Mhm.
and the month before that of just helping them open it up, I lost focus of what Chef Jay was supposed to be doing for Chef Jay's Encounter.
Mm.
And I didn't think there was going to be that much wear and tear because, hey, it's a simple business. But then when I got to the nitty gritty of that business with that business
Yes.
person, it became such a burden because one, I wasn't aligned with my purpose. Two, I wasn't resting to think,
Mhm.
gosh, this isn't working. And then three, I had a shortage of money because I wasn't spending the time in Chef Jay's Encounter.
Ooh.
And a lot of times too is when you're not focused and when you don't refuel, you'll find yourself being very, very busy, but you're booked in busy, but you're not booked in prosperous. You're not booked in abundance. because you're
Mhm.
so, you're trying to say yes to everything, but you can't say yes. And I feel like once I said no to that person, actually, I just stopped responding, as you know.
That's a
I just
no.
like, nah, it's not gonna
No
work for me.
response is a no.
No, no response at all, because I'm like, this wasn't even meant for me. And I
Mhm.
realized that, bro, you overworked yourself for a whole month and a half, and now you
Mm.
just set all of your summer plans up for your business.
Yeah.
So I have a quota I'm supposed to make every single month. I lost a month and a half of time that was supposed to be devoted to my business
Yeah.
because I was playing around
Wow.
trying to say yes.
Listen, we're not trying to be booked, busy, and unpaid. Okay? That's
Listen,
not the goal.
that's
That is
the
not
whole
the
that's the whole
goal.
word.
That's a
That's the
whole word
word.
right there. That is not the goal. And a lot of times we do that because we want the visibility, or I want people to see me. But what's the point of
Mhm.
being famous if you ain't have no money to make no ways? Like,
And that's the key.
that's what a lot of us out here are looking for fame, and we're not actually utilizing it appropriately, because it's supposed to be able, the visibility is supposed to be able to give us open doors, give us access to resources that we would not have had if we
Yeah,
were still hidden. So like,
yeah,
even for me, this week I had to realize some things are non-negotiable. You said that you were focused on something else and you were not able to make the quota. So your
yeah,
time is so valuable. And I
yes.
realized my time is valuable. So today, you know what I did? I went on that Walmart app and I ordered my groceries. And usually I would go pick it up. I was like, yeah, I'll go pick it up or whatever. I said, no, 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 no. My time is more valuable. I'm not going to waste my
Oh
30
yeah.
minutes to drive there and pick it up. They're going to deliver this thing. And it was $14, $7 delivery free, $7 for the tip for them to deliver my groceries at the door. If my husband is watching, yes, we got the groceries delivered. I haven't even told him yet.
But no, that's
But
dope though.
now I save time, and now I can
Yeah,
record the videos that I need for the
yeah.
project that I have going on, while I don't have to worry about it. Took me about 5 minutes to get all the items. If I went to the store, I
It
would have
would
been
take you an
walking
hour
around
and
for
a
an
half.
hour, 2 hours, just trying to remember what it is that I wanted. And I would have wasted money and gas, because gas is $5 a gallon to get there.
And your
And I'm
flow would
like,
have been
Natalie,
distracted.
exactly.
Yeah.
What's important? What is really important?
That's funny you say that because even too with one of my clients that I had, they lived an hour away, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so I charged them, not to say numbers, I charged them like $500 to cook for the week for them, right? But then I charged them for the food, which was like $200, right? So they lived an hour
Mm-hmm.
away, and I'm like, okay, Josh, you gonna make this $500 work. You gonna at least make um $100 an hour by doing this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I realized that because I was spending 2 hours to cook, an hour to go food shopping, and then 2 hours to
Mhm.
drive. But I'm
Mhm.
like, bro, why are you not preparing yourself by just going on Whole Foods app,
Come
going
on.
on what's the other one, Instacart, and just
Yes.
ordering the stuff? So
Yes.
once I got that, because I was working a job then, and I'm like, bro, you too tired for this. After work, you doing a whole another 5 hours. I'm like, no, let's rewind this whole thing.
Mhm.
Let me take time to plan my menu the week before, approve it by my
Yes.
client, and I can order it a week in advance. Because what happens too is you get so burnt out trying to do everything, try to cut corners, and I'm like, bro, you're saving so much time by actually, yo, brother Haas, I'm texting you guys back today. By the way, I'm sorry, I saw your text. It was too late to text back. Um, but yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, so when you're not really taking time to just really rest and think, you
Yes.
start making so many moves that are unnecessary
Yeah.
to your purpose.
Yep.
And I realized that too. Like I was talking to my mentor and my client Tiana Von Johnson yesterday, and we were just talking about, like I was talking about how I really want to like really make Bossa Boot Camp a really super dope thing. I wanted to do so
Mhm.
much stuff with that, but here was the key element. She's like, Jay, you haven't really zoned in on your chef work to the fullest.
Mm.
She's like, nah, you didn't stretch out enough. And it's true
Yeah.
because sometimes because we're so overworked because we didn't have time to rest, we reach a ceiling in our life because we can't see past it because we're so
Mhm.
caught about what's going around us that you don't have time to really think like, no, wait, hold on. Let me rethink this. What are the best ways I can do? What are the best things I can do to still be in my purpose and
Mhm.
still have time management?
Yeah.
And once I started realizing, I'm like, yo, bro, no, you could do better at this because you're not planning your time. Like, you don't
Yeah.
have nothing in your calendar Monday through Thursday except like content, but you gotta like. I love what Natalie does, 11 to 2. I need to make my schedule where, hey, I'm only doing this for 2 hours a day, this 1 hour. But once you
Mhm.
start to do
Mhm.
that, once you start to think about like even developing apps, like Natalie uses Calendarly.
Mhm.
You can use Hootsuite for your content. You can do anything you
Mhm.
want to do, but you have to plan to be successful by planning to really just take time to rest.
Yeah, you definitely need to, because you need the think time. And we
Yeah.
don't realize that we need the think time, and it takes energy to think. We think that thinking just come naturally, and you said that last week. Thoughts, what did you say about thoughts and imagination? There's a difference between,
Oh
oh,
yeah,
your
yeah. So
thoughts,
the
yeah,
difference between thoughts and like so thoughts, you actually don't control your thoughts. Like even too
yes,
sometimes you got random things you can store and you like I
yeah,
should push this person. Like stuff like that, like with
yes,
their random thoughts or like while you're in church and you start thinking about chicken. Like
yeah,
because you're
yeah,
hungry, so you have all these thoughts, but your imagination is controlled by you. With your
mhm,
imagination, you get to actually put things in place. But what
yeah,
happens is life starts to get in the way and life starts
mhm,
to really diminish your imagination. So
it does,
actively every day, once you have time to rest, you have time to think about the future. You have time to really think about your imagination because once you lose your imagination, you start going with the flow and not like
mhm,
you're just going like you're just like a palm tree, just going whatever
yeah,
way the wind blows. But after a while, you're in the same place. You think you're really doing like the palm trees in the same place.
mhm.
It may be moving to the left or to the right, like the winds, but you're not even moving anywhere. You're not making no progress. It just looks like you're busy because you're moving.
And that's exactly what I wanted to say, because it doesn't take any energy for thoughts to come into your mind. Thoughts coming at random at any time. You could be doing anything and then a thought will pop into your mind that's contrary to what you're doing. But your
Yeah.
imagination takes your control, and to control your imagination actually takes energy.
Yes.
It's an the It takes energy to think. That's why when you take a course or a class, you feel tired and all you did was think, because you have to control that thing. And we
That's
don't
good.
realize that it takes energy to control your thoughts. It takes energy to imagine. That's why you
Mm,
need to rest, because creativity doesn't come out of your random thoughts. It comes out of your imagination. It comes out
yeah.
of your controlled,
That's
focused
good.
thinking that takes work. It takes
That's good.
work to think. And people don't realize that. That's why it's easier just to go with the motion. It's easier for me to clean up the house than it is for me to sit down and actually imagine, because I've already been doing that for so long. My body is in the habit of, when I
That's
don't want to
good.
think, I clean. For some people that's not their thing, but for me, because I've done it so long, I
Yeah.
clean. And you have to think about your habits and your routines and your body. There's a
Mm,
way. People say that they're not disciplined, but they actually are, but they're just disciplined at the
about the
thing
wrong
that
thing.
they've been, yes, they
Yeah.
have been
That's good.
trained to
That's good.
do. So you have a habit. It just may not be the one that's productive to get you to the $1 million that you keep claiming that you want.
Mm,
So you have to now train your body. I was talking to a client yesterday. I said, she was like, I feel like I'm in the same place. I don't have clarity. I said, you have clarity. Your body just doesn't understand the clarity that your mind already knows you have. So you
oh
now
yeah.
need to
That's
talk to
good.
your body like your body is one of your kids, and tell your body, I don't care what you want. You're going to do
Mm,
exactly what I tell you to do. And yeah,
that's
they're going to
good.
mess up, because my kids mess up all the time. I have to tell them again, you didn't wash the dishes correctly. You need to rewash it again. That's what you tell your body. You didn't wake up at 5 this morning. That's okay. You're going to get up tomorrow at 5.
Yes,
You're
that's
going to get up
good.
tomorrow at
Come
5.
on,
You're going
clarity
to get up
coach.
tomorrow at 5. That's what you do.
I was feeling that you start getting the hands into it and everything like that. I was like,
Listen,
come
and
on,
my
clarity
thing's
coach.
popping out.
No, but you know what's so good? Oh, somebody said, Jordan, what's the topic? The topic is how do you create a safe space as an entrepreneur? And what we're talking about basically is like what things do you do to create a safe space? Whether it's a space
Mhm.
in your home, whether it's time you take in a day to just make sure it's perfected, that you have unadulterated time just for you to just refuel.
Mhm.
And I think the more you take time out to just refuel and refresh yourself, you start to see so much more results. You
Yeah.
know, so I give you a perfect example. So, I always say I'm a professional quitter, right? But when I'm working a job in my business, it is that's my job title, professional quitter. Not with my stuff, with somebody else's stuff. But anyway,
Yeah.
but what happened is too is what I realized that when it comes to my business, when I'm working a full time job plus a full time business, I get so burnt out that I'm just
Yes.
going with the motions.
Yeah.
So with me, even though I do miss the income from a job and that consistency of pay, when I actually take time with my business just to think, because here's the first thing: if you really actively as an entrepreneur write down all your expenses
Mhm.
and divide it by 30 days, you'll find out, hey, some of y'all only probably got to make $100 a day to be
That's
good for the
true.
whole
That
month.
is so true.
If you take time, some people realize that when you think about your real bills, your food you
Yeah.
eat, your gas, because even too, half y'all would spend as much gas if you had a clear direction for your day.
Oh
Like
my
for example,
gosh.
Natalie. Natalie just said she spent $14 on the whole expenses for food shopping.
Mhm.
Sometimes we spend the end of the day driving in a car because it's
Oh
already so
my
expensive with gas. Where probably Natalie would have went to one store, but oh, I gotta go here, I gotta go here, I would have go there.
Yes.
Next thing you know, you spent $20 in gas when you could have just ordered and
Exactly.
stayed at your house and stayed in purpose. So what happens too is just like when you really take time to write your goals down, write your bill. Like that's the first thing I did when I quit a job. I write my expenses down. I divide by how
Mhm.
many days in a month because I mean every single day my goal is to at least make this. So
Mhm.
I know
Mhm.
for
That's
example my
good.
bills come up to maybe like I think almost
That's
like
good.
$4,500 a month, right? So for me, I do 4,500 divided by 30 days, and I know that's how
Mhm.
much I have to make every single day.
That's
Now
good.
I
That's
have a
good.
higher goal. I know my bottom minimum is
Yeah,
at
yeah,
umpteenth
yeah.
amount, and then what I do is I just okay, Josh, what productive what thing you're gonna do today to make that resource, and then what you'll
Mhm.
realize that sometimes you can make that in 2 weeks, and then you can chill for the rest of the month. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? Like once you hit your
Yeah.
goal, when you realize when you have time to rest and plan, you start to realize that hey, no, I don't need this much money. I'm good with this. So with my budget, now I'm able to really plan successfully for what I want to do now.
Mhm.
But it takes time to really sit down and plan. When you don't
It
plan,
does.
you become just like that tree, just move any kind of way.
Yep.
Once the wind blow you this way,
Wherever
I'm
the
going
wind
this way.
blows.
Once the wind blowing this way, I'm going that way. Don't be a tumbleweed where you
Oh.
can be something that has a clear direction. Like a cheetah, when you see them run, they
Yes.
have a clear direction with speed and purpose.
Yeah.
But when you like
Yeah.
that tumbleweed, you just going all around the world. You're going this way. I'm going here today. The wind blowing me this way. I'm going here today. And it's just like you have never set time to actually be successful at staying the course. And
Mhm. Mhm.
that's what happens when you like realistically start to really actually just sit down, rest, refuel, and plan.
Oh, that's so good. So, so good. So listen, y'all, he already told y'all about the Boss Up Boot Camp. It's now extended to be a summer series. I'm so
Oh yeah.
excited about that. And it's gonna be every Tuesday and Thursday, right? Or it's every second.
So
How does it
every
gonna work?
second and so it's gonna be every other Tuesday. So the dates are the 12th, the 24th of
Mm-hmm.
July. No, the dates are on the flyer. So I have the flyer posted, but the reason why you really want to get there is because it's $25 a session. It's four
Mm-hmm.
sessions, or you can get the bundle where you get it for $97. No,
Mm-hmm.
it's $30 a session. It's something like that. But basically, just get it because
Get it, yeah. And
what
the
we're going
price is
over
worth
is
it.
really so valuable information. And I think the thing about when it comes to business, when it comes to life, we are definitely planning to be successful. It was much harder for me growing up as an entrepreneur because there weren't so many resources that were
Yes.
so open as it is now.
Yeah.
So I was just working
Agreed.
so hard to find somebody to show me, and it's like now through the Bossa platform,
Mm-hmm.
that we've created, you're able to
Mm-hmm.
really find mentors in different areas and
Yeah.
to find a zoned in focus. So if you need help with getting clarity and finding your purpose, Natalie and I are great to talk with. If you're looking for a good social media content person to help you really develop your strategies, I have Christina B. Shani and I
Mm-hmm.
have Ibn Shakur. If you're looking to really know how to show up, because even too we look great when we like one thing about African Americans, we gonna wow you with our words,
Listen,
but sometimes we don't show up on paper that way.
and I
So I
know.
have Terry coming in talking about how to show up on paper, how to
Oh, I
have
love
everything
that.
written out, how to get your words together, because sometimes it's not about how you show up, sometimes it's about what goes before you. And think about a resume, a
Oh,
business plan. Sometimes we got the numbers wrong,
yes.
but that's what we want to really tell
Yes.
people. Even customer service.
Yeah.
Like there are certain things as a people that we do that's just real raggedy and razzle dazzle, and it's
Raggedy.
just like I want us as a people to, especially with black and brown people, to really think like a Fortune 500 company,
Yeah.
because once you start to really elevate your thinking to really see who you are and you know who you
Mhm.
are, you move differently.
Mhm. You
When I'm
do.
inviting certain when I'm in certain rooms that I'm invited to, I know I belong because people see the value in me. So when people see the
Yeah.
value with me, when I'm invited to the room, it's up to you to get the connection. When
Yeah.
Natalie's invited to the room, she was invited for a reason, but now it's up to her to take that room
That's right.
and to tear it up. So
Come
when they
on.
leave, they know who Natalie, the clarity coach, is. They know who
Yes.
she is. So when you come in, so that's what the boss up is all about: building opportunities strategically and successfully. And I really want you guys to join in. So if you come in, if you go to the link in my bio, bossup.today is the website. Come to our summer series, and we have another big event in October, and we want you to win because we out here winning,
Yeah, we
and we want you to
definitely.
have fun with us. There's nothing like going to the
Yeah,
top and having a whole
with
group of people
people.
that's super dope like y'all coming to the next level.
Mhm. And I want to say this, the price is yesterday's price, and I'm gonna say it this way because the value of it is really over $1,000. Although it's
Definitely,
priced at $100, the value is $1,000. And I don't want you guys to look at the price and say, well, it's not valuable. It is. It's more
yes,
valuable than the price tag. But what Chef Jay has done, he wants everybody to get access to it. So that's why the price is the way that it is. But the
yeah,
thing that I've learned is you value it based on how you see it. So you have an opportunity now, just like I did. The coach gave me a free accountability program that was valued at $1,000. So my mindset was, although I am not paying for it with my money, I'm
mhm,
paying for it with my time because I value my time
definitely,
more than my money. Time is a much more valuable resource, just like Coach Halima told us when we were at the Boss Up Boot Camp
yeah,
last month, that it's a valuable resource that you can't get back. I can make more money. My mind is so valuable and creative. I can make more money, but I can never get this time back. So now
yeah,
that you know that, when you invest your $100 or your $25, we need you to give $1,000 effort to this thing.
yes.
It has to be.
Because one idea can lead you into a $1 million stream of income.
Yes.
But and I think it's the way we value it. So
Yes.
once you start to value information, like don't see information that
Yes.
people like when I talk to Natalie and she drops the gym on me, I don't take it lightly because it's my friend. I'm like,
Mhm.
no, Natalie is anointed and she's really gifted with clarity. So I take what she says into consideration because I know that's her gifting. So
Mhm.
when you go in certain rooms and you see what people are saying to
Yes.
you,
That's it.
take hold of it because you
Take
might be
hold of
only
it.
in that room one time. There's some
What?
rooms you never get an opportunity to go back into again unless you steal the moment. You have to
Mhm.
be a time thief. I'm still in this moment.
Come on. I
I'm
like
I'm
that.
about
A
to take
time
it.
thief. Take
I
it.
gotta steal this moment
I gotta steal this moment.
because if
Ooh,
not, you will
that was
miss out on
good.
so much
That was
because of
good.
the focus that you have.
That
So we
was
about to wrap
good.
this live up. It was shorter than what we normally
Yes.
get used to. I'm now got me excited. I'm ready to finish. But
This is
I
good though.
the thing is, guys, like we want to provide service to entrepreneurs.
Mhm.
Um, we've been doing it. We want to amplify the level. There's some conferences you go to, there's some events you
Yes.
go to,
Want to
and
raise
you
the
ain't get
bar.
nothing.
N-
It ain't nothing. But the thing about what I provide, because I've been to a lot of different conferences, I spend a lot of money going, like just traveling to go to different
Mhm.
events.
Same.
And the thing about it is, I realize that I want people to be able to literally just take those tools,
Yeah.
apply it, and to grow.
Yes.
You
And
don't need
grow.
one word to make it into an abundant level.
Come on.
One conversation
One
to take you to the next
conversation.
level. But it's about your focus. It's about time to plan. Like
Mhm.
tomorrow, I'm going back to my journal every single day. Tomorrow, I'm going back to my success journal. This is a journal I write in without the tears.
Yes.
Like I made this my business to write in here every single day because I know for a fact that I want to be successful. I want to have things I never had before. I don't want to live
Yeah.
how my family lived. Like we grew up in the projects, but that don't mean
Mhm.
we got to stay on that level of thinking.
Yeah. Come on.
I grew up in the
Yes.
pop. I grew up in a single parent home, but that doesn't mean you have to have lack. Everybody got excuses. Like everybody
Yes.
got excuses.
We all
We
got a
all
hard
can
life.
have an excuse.
Mhm.
But one thing about me and Natalie is like, fam, what you gonna do about it? So
Solutions.
go ahead, fam. What you say?
No, that's it. I said, what solutions are you bringing to the table? When you bring more problems to the table, you quickly get dismissed. The people that are able to stay bring solutions. There's
That's
problems
good.
everywhere.
Yeah. Sometimes you're not invited back because people don't want
You
to hear
bringing more
complaining.
problems.
People like for me, I don't like dealing with problem people. So 9 times out of 10, if I know you're
Yes.
a problem person, I probably most likely won't ever work with you again. It's not a
Mm,
bad thing, but it's just that it's
it's a
not
bad thing.
your life is not bad for me. But I like
Yeah, your
whatever you do is
life
your
is not
business.
bad. Yeah, yeah.
But when it comes to
Agreed.
my level of peace and where I'm going and where I'm
Agreed.
going and growing, I have to
Yeah.
eliminate anybody who does not align
Yes.
with my purpose. And sometimes we get
Yes.
so comfortable with
Come
people being in our
on.
life who has no value in our purpose,
Woo.
no value in our future. And you let these people say all this stuff to you and speak into your life. I'm sorry, your words does not have weight in my life because I know where I'm going. You're not either
Mm-hmm.
one meant to go with me, and two, I have to realize it and catch hold of it sooner than later. So this way I can reach my destination sooner than later.
Come on. I
And you
love
gotta
that you
move.
said you didn't say they didn't have value. You said they don't add value to my purpose. And that's a
Yeah,
big difference. We're all valuable. We're breathing, we're human beings. That
yeah,
means there's value there, but that doesn't mean I have to align with every single person. I
yeah,
align with the people that bring value to my purpose. Ain't no shade in
definitely.
that. Ain't no, you know what I mean? Like you don't gotta be feel bad about that. It's just that's what it is. So, whew,
We're
that was
professional
good.
pivoters at this point. I'm a professional pivoter. If it ain't working, I'm growing. If it's not working, I got to get out of here. If it's not working, I need to elevate. Because the thing about it is too is once you start realizing that there's so many people attached to your voice, but
Mm-hmm.
because you're not moving and actively operating and learning and growing in your purpose, you're going to lose out
Yeah.
on someone else is going to lose out because you're not being obedient
Somebody
to your
else.
gift because
Yeah.
you're hanging around the same people who don't add value to your purpose.
Yep.
There are certain things, for example, is with Natalie and I when it came to Bossa boot camp. I'm telling you, like we would think about, nah, it's not gonna work out. Let's switch it up. But I was like, nah, Nat, what we gonna do? We're gonna revamp it because the thing about it, it's too many people that need to hear what we have to say.
Yeah. There
Because
was too many
if what
people.
you have is a gift, that means that it's for someone else. So if you don't actually operate in your gift, people are losing out on what you have to
Yeah.
say. There are
And that
people
room
who
was
are
packed.
emotionally dying because
Yeah.
you're not stepping up to the plate to step into your
Yeah.
purpose. If
Yep.
Natalie would have never answered the call to leave her job to
Yeah.
really focus on clarity coaching, there's so many
Mm-hmm.
people would not have clarity. So many
That's so
people.
true.
I remember when Natalie first started teaching, I was there 22
Yep.
years ago. So 22 years ago,
Yes.
just out of college. And she just wanted to
Yes.
help kids out with math. Never
Yes.
knowing that
Yep.
22 years later,
Come
she would be
on.
coaching people about clarity.
Never in my wildest dreams.
But now you're
But look
doing it
at
so
God.
effortlessly because you had to go through those
Yeah.
processes
I
to get
had
where
to.
you are
Ooh.
now. If you would have never
Amen.
said the call to teaching, you would have never had the way to focus and set up your program like a teacher. You know what I'm saying? Like if you would have never
Wow.
answered that call to teaching, if you would have never went to Ferris High School to start teaching, if you would have never took that move to go with your husband and have all these culturally different experiences all around the world,
Wow.
how
Come on,
life
preach my
how
life.
different would your life be as a clarity coach? No, for real.
Preach
Like,
my life, sir.
yeah, like if you never answered the call to travel
Woo.
like that, how
Jeez.
different would Natalie Lee Martin be? If you would have never married Marinati, traveled all around the world, being an army wife, touching women literally
That's
all around the
crazy.
world. Like you was known as the mom CEO because you really was you wasn't you was doing this off of social media. You was doing this real time
That's
and
crazy. You
developing
just
the
preach
skill as
my
a
life. You're
clarity
gonna make me
coach.
cry. You better stop. You're gonna have me crying out here
But
like
it's the truth though, and I think that's the thing about it is like sometimes that we talked about last week, the Bible says the lamp is a light into our feet and light into our path.
mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can only see that lamp to go one step forward.
Yeah.
And if you don't be obedient to take those steps, you're gonna be lost because you're so focused on what somebody else got to say. And it's like, nah, fam, I'm gonna be obedient and I'm gonna follow what God is telling me, even when it seems like it ain't right. Even too, if you make the wrong step, God
Mm-hmm.
will fix your whole life around to make
He
it work for your
will.
good because all things work together for my
Together for
good.
the good. Ooh,
So I'm done.
I'm done too. You just wore me.
I,
I'm about to go cry. Be like, Lord Jesus, thank you, man.
no, because we're learning to value our giftings. We're learning to
Yeah,
value our experiences. And
yeah.
I think when you don't know it's valuable, you don't treat it valuable.
Ooh,
And we're just in a phase of our life, if I can see just for Natalie and myself, We're in a place in our life where it's like, yo, we want to treat what we have as valuable.
Mhm.
You have value. God has
You
designed you.
have
You're not a
value.
garbage can.
You
Stop
are
letting people
not a
talk trash
garbage
on
can.
you. Stop. Like
Stop.
really operating your purpose. Like take it seriously.
Take it
Your
serious.
giftings
Ooh.
are a serious thing. If somebody brought somebody a pair of red bottoms, somebody brought somebody a trip to Jamaica, all exclusive. Oh, I'm there. I'm excited. I'm packing. So treat your gift the same way with value and weight. What's inside of you is so valuable, but you have to step up and receive it. Okay, I'm done for real.
Amen. Yeah, I have to run. So
I can't even hear you no more, Natalie. Y'all know what's going on.
I gotta run.
Okay, all right. So now they got somewhere to go. We got to wrap this call up. So guys, tune in next week, and also go to Boss Up
Yes.
dot today and grab your tickets for the Boss Up event. Have a great week on purpose.
Bye.